Good afternoon, honorable senators. My name is Cynthia Cantrell. I've worked in Montgomery County since graduating summa cum laude in electrical engineering from one of the nation's top engineering schools in 1989. I started my career developing telecom test equipment used around the country. More recently, I have worked on equipment for cell phones and telepresence robots. I have supported my extended family by paying my nephew's tuition to a highly ranked Catholic high school and my alma mater in Indiana. I support my church by volunteering for the children's education classes, and I've tutored both children and adults in a variety of math courses. I would first like to call your attention to the Dining Out Growth Act of 2011, passed by this Senate on April 6th of 2011. One of its sponsors claimed that the law would give a much-needed boost to the state's restaurant industry, which has suffered during the recent economic downturn. Thanks to the Dining Out Growth Act, which went into effect last July, my friends all over the state can bring their dogs to dine with them at restaurants with outdoor dining facilities. Unfortunately, since the same legislative body failed to pass a gender identity inclusive anti-discrimination bill, it is entirely possible that if my friends in Frederick invite me along to dinner with them and their lovely dog Fido, the restaurant owner can refuse to allow me at the restaurant simply because I'm trans. The dog would be quite welcome, though. I find this situation particularly ironic and irksome since I have all my shots. I'm completely housebroken and hypoallergenic. I'm good with kids, I've never bitten anyone, and I've even been neutered. Despite having Growth Act in the name, I've never seen a dog whip out a wallet or purse to pay the bill, much less calculate a 15 to 20% tip on the tab. Meanwhile, transsexuals like me do that all the time, assuming we can keep our jobs, even though we may not always lick the plate clean. I also find it ridiculous that if an employer won't hire me because of my Catholic history, citing court cases and multi-million-dollar settlements proving that Catholics have been known to emotionally, physically, and sexually abuse children and hide pedophiles on every continent on the planet except Antarctica, I would have recourse to challenge his refusal to hire Catholics in court, based on the fact that our anti-discrimination laws include religion. If he didn't want to hire me because of my medical history, however, citing a disturbing episode of Jerry Springer, I'd be left entirely without legal recourse in many parts of this state, including where I live. It is time to remove these glaring inequities in our anti-discrimination laws. If it helps make it more palatable, rename SB212 the Growth Act of 2012, and promote the economic benefits of making it easier for trans people to use public facilities like restaurants and to keep and acquire housing or employment. This will help ensure they remain productive Maryland taxpayers like me. Thank you for your consideration.
Senator Brochin has a question. Thank you for your testimony.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Are you familiar with the case in Baltimore County where the transgender girl was beaten?
I have seen the video.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you know that the state's attorney in Baltimore County prosecuted the person who did that to her as a hate crime under sexual orientation, and it was prosecuted successfully using sexual orientation without having to do gender identity, and that the person was found guilty?
I did not know that, but I'm not here for hate crimes legislation. I'm here for anti-discrimination legislation. I think those are two separate things.
All right, thank you.
Any further questions? If not, thank you very much.